Hallo, välkommen till the video. And Tommy Magnus here. Yeah, and everyone's talking about PewDiePie, so I'm gonna talk about him as well. But obviously, nearly everything has been said about the whole thing. Anyone watching this, anyone listening to this, basically knows what's happened. The media had to go again, but this time they went full on in on him, accusing him of being anti-Semitic, having links to Nazis, neo-Nazi groups. Not necessarily having links, but having sympathies or being a Nazi. Obviously, as the biggest YouTuber on YouTube, obviously, with over 53 million. I mean, none of this has harmed him. Although, as you see on his social blade, he did lose some. When was it? Last Wednesday. I don't even know if the story was out then. Last Wednesday. Yeah, because all this. So that might just be some glitch. Because ever since all this week, he's been gaining. And today he's now got 100,000. Pardon me. 100,000 subscribers just today. So the response to him being accused of being a Nazi, and everyone knows, it was a joke, and the fact that the media did what they did is turned a lot of people were already skeptical of the mainstream media before this, the likes of the Wall Street Journal, the freaking Guardian, like all these mainstream media, the Sun, Daily Mail, other newspapers in America, and so on. And you've had celebrities also come out, even celebrities coming out and saying, big celebrities like J.K. Rowling saying that he's a fascist, he's a Nazi, PewDiePie, and it's like, shut up, like, please. Like, she's the worst, basically. She is one of these virtue signaling. Yeah, there was a video about virtue signaling celebrities, and she is one of them, definitely. And the fact that why does she even need to comment on PewDiePie being a Nazi? I don't see the point in it, but to be honest, I think it's not good that this has happened, but the response has definitely been good, because it's shown that people aren't not everyone is completely brain dead and just reads a title. They actually try and get through to the what's actually happened, the actual truth in the thing. And the fact that the media has done this and said that he's a Nazi, and they used videos of him where he was making fun of the media, actually taking things out of context, and they did that, and they've blown it up into a big media shitstorm about how he's a Nazi, and he's anti-Semitic because he paid some people on Fiverr $5 or something to some Indian guys to hold up a sign saying "Death to all the Jews," which is obviously, in the context of the video, it is a joke. But they just say "Death to all the Jews." They don't say "Death to all the Jews." Subscribe to Keemstar, which is the context which is in. Which, if you add that last bit, people will be like, okay. Admittedly, if they put that in the news headline, a normal person will be like, what's a Keemstar? Some kind of gnome? I'm not garden gnome? I'm not really sure what that is. Yeah, that is unimportant, but if they do that and then people will search it and they're like, what's a Keemstar? Why would he say that? But obviously, if you think something on the internet, this guy's career is to be funny, Like, he's not gonna be an anti-Semite. He's good friends with Jews. He's good friends with Ethan and Ela. Ethan, especially, and Ethan came out and defended him, which, I mean, everyone should do, because it shows how ugly the media is. You've got Trump doing the same thing. Obviously, people look at Trump and think, oh, well, he's not very likable, so the media, I can understand the media, but they can do it to normal people as well. They don't just have to smear politicians. They can smear, well, not normal people. I mean, thing is, PewDiePie is a very big internet personality. He's the biggest personality on the internet, basically, and he's very you can say he's more famous than a lot of people on TV these days now. Like, who knows who the news anchor or the news presenter on freaking BBC or ITV are? Like, some people do know that, but like, are they worldwide known? Not necessarily. Piers Morgan, you think PewDiePie is pretty much at that kind of worldwide, well-known media personality. So the media then try and take this guy down because he says some things, and they don't think you should joke about these things because it doesn't fit in with their narrative of you being able to make jokes about things like this, which is when you start getting into a dangerous territory. And obviously, and there's some articles I wanted to look at. There's The Guardian, which is a disgraceful, depending on your political leanings. Of course, The Guardian is very left wing, so I'm not a fan of it, let's say that much. But I think even a left wing person can look at this and their reporting of PewDiePie. PewDiePie thinks Death to All Jews is a joke. Are you laughing yet? It's by someone called Awa Madawi. I don't know her name. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Sorry. I'm not gonna make a joke about her name and then get called racist or something. Sorry. She's a woman of Asian, possible Indian. I'm not sure. Madawi. Irrelevant, completely irrelevant. But she's obviously one of these hip, trendy, left-wing news people, writers at The Guardian, which they all are. Feminist, doesn't like men, doesn't like men. So when a man like PewDiePie, 27, Felix Kjellberg, I've been hearing a lot of people saying that name, and it's very annoying. Like, people go Kjellberg. What? Like, why would you say Kjellberg? Like, even if you have no knowledge of any Scandinavian language, Kjellberg. I can't even remember that. I heard another strange pronunciation. Just say Kjellberg or Kjellberg. I know the is quite difficult. Kjellberg, but just say sh. Because all those noises kind of sound the same. But regardless of that, Felix Kjellberg, over anti-Semitism in his videos. To be clear, okay, yes, he was dropped, blah blah blah, he's got 53 million followers. Does that mean no longer have access to sort of advertising opportunities that netted him? Yeah, they all want to talk about how much money he's made and how that makes it okay for him to get taken down. And PewDiePie has already caught a controversy in his unfiltered nature that has helped gather such a large bro army in not in question marks, in abbreviated, like sort of like bro army, more like SS army, more like freaking secret more like police state, more like fascists. Yeah. Calls his fans like, oh, he has fans, more like his followers who he indoctrinates with his far right ideology. Yeah, and a video from 11th of January. That's what I mean. This video is old, and then apparently, yeah, they've gone by the whole they've read this woman's read the Wall Street Journal article. She paid the money to read it, which great for her. And then she sort of took what she needed from that. She read the headline she just read the headline as well, and then went, yeah, PewDiePie, don't need any more. Obvious Nazi. And this woman is obviously very angry, and she also wants to take this man. I don't think that's that important, but he's white, so which I think is important for some reason. Trying to show how crazy the modern world is, especially services available online. The video was supposed to highlight the absurdity that people on Fiverr would do anything or say anything for $5, including death to all the Jews, which is a perfectly fair point, and it's funny, a funny way to do it. You might think maybe it's not a bit too far. But what if he'd done it about, I don't know, anything controversial like abortions or I don't know. Regardless, not important. This woman is very angry. She's writing about Pepe the Frog here. She's saying all kinds of different things. And she's probably, yeah, okay. Then she mentions the freaking Daily Stormer, which is a Nazi website, which I mean is not important, but just because they wrote some things about PewDiePie, obviously that means PewDiePie is one of them. His propaganda is obviously linked to this site, obviously, of course, and I can't even. There's just so much rubbish. You could say that today's digital economy has spawned a new bronality of evil. Racist memes serve as in-jokes that helps solidify bonds between alienated white men online. Oh my god, what am I reading? The styles of these memes, they're overblown, exaggerated means that we often don't take them seriously, dismiss them as jokes. But this is how anti-Semitism creeps into our lives, not with a bang, but with a punchline. Okay, that end bit is very, very telling of it, and she's going all over the place and saying, well, and then summing it up being like, well, if we start laughing at anti-Semitism or start laughing at feminism or whatever thing she doesn't want people laughing at, she doesn't want people to laugh. These type of people don't want people to, they don't want people to laugh, because people having fun means it hurts her, because she's such a cold, bland person who can see no enjoyment in life. But yeah, so basically, don't ever read The Guardian. Stand up for PewDiePie. And Russia Today were actually all hell of a lot more positive on PewDiePie. As I said, they are certainly a different point of view, and then one I would more align myself with, and it was more objective rather than being straight up being like, oh well, white guys laughing about making jokes about women or jokes about anything is bad because they are evil oppressors. And PewDiePie, with his 53 million followers, is indoctrinating the youth. Yeah, Hitler youth, kind of basically. But as I say, the response from everyone on YouTube has largely been good. They've been standing up for him, which I think is the right thing to do, because everyone knows he's a good guy. And I mean, yeah, and there was a stream last night. There was a lot of good guys on it. Sargon's stream, a lot of big YouTubers, and they all seem to agree that the way they have victimized, they have yeah, they have victimized him. They've the media onslaught onto PewDiePie is pretty disgusting, and it's not surprising because they do this kind of thing all the time. But then this is the first time they've done it as bad to a YouTuber, and it's a worrying sign because they're gonna do it to a lot of people, and they want to ruin their livelihood just because of a joke, which is sad. And yeah, that's my 2 cents. I've been prattling on for far too long. So yeah, resist PewDiePie. Save PewDiePie. PewDiePie is not a racist. He's not a Nazi. He's a good guy. He's probably, yeah, he's a good guy. He doesn't deserve this. And yeah, he makes a lot of money. But does that mean he should have his name dragged through the dirt because of the joke that a lot of people took out of context? No. Peace out.